is I am going to be the advocate for citizens. Their voice will be through me. I am not running to be supported by people who are writing checks. I'm not running so I can kiss babies and hug people. I'm running so I can be your voice. Your voice needs to be heard on the county level. And our voices need to go beyond the county level. We need to spread the word of what has to be done to fix what's going on now. So my first goal is to be an advocate for the citizens of this county. I was thinking when I was trying to decide what I really wanted to emphasize, and I thought, remember how many years ago we had so many good people doing good things. And I think going on my first objective, we just need to go back to being good people again. I think that's important, that we understand that there are people out there that have different opinions than we do, but they have valid reasons for those. And I think as a good leader, you need to listen to those people. You have to understand where they're coming from. And yes, that does mean that there has to be some compromises made. Absolutely. I was called wishy-washy when I said that when I ran for the state house. And I said to the person who called me wishy-washy, and somebody in the audience remembers that person who called me wishy-washy, I said, do you study American history? Everything has been done by compromise. It's great people listening to great people that come from different sides and meeting in the middle. We have to start doing that. And that's what I will do. That's my first objective. My second is fiscal sanity. You know, everybody who runs for office, all they want to talk about is taxes. Taxes. I never raised your taxes. I lowered your taxes. I gave you a $14 rebate. You could go buy 2 Happy Meals thanks to me. But there's so much more to running the county than just saying one single issue. I was reading over this year's budget, which, by the way, Tom did an excellent job. Your taxes aren't going up again. But looking at all the different items in it, there's just one little thing that stuck with me. We were able to save money this year in the county budget because we saved on our expenses on juvenile delinquency. We had less juvenile delinquents. And that just came to my mind how interdependent we all are on each other. Why do we have less juvenile delinquents? Is it because our school programs are doing better? Is it because we're feeding our kids now who didn't have lunches at school? Is it that the fact that we're now working to get these kids into careers that we were not doing before? What's the total package here? When I look at sometimes today, the federal government cutting programs, today we all learned that our air is going to get a little bit, well, you can use the word you want to. We in the Lehigh Valley have to get together and say, I know Bethlehem has already passed an air quality ordinance. We have to do that as a valley. We have to get together and all work together. We have to look at the total impact of every decision. If the state says we can't do this anymore, do we still want the citizens of Lehigh County to have this benefit? Then we need to step up and do it. We need to be the ones that say there's things that you just have to get done, and we have to do them. My third and last thing is I want to be an action guy. I don't want to be the guy that says, and what I've learned, you know, somebody said, well, you're an outsider on county politics. Well, I may be an outsider, but I'm also an insider. I've learned a lot as the president of the Whitehall Township Board. And when we see a problem, we go after it. There is a problem at Cedar Brook, absolutely. If we don't solve that problem, what are we telling our seniors who are not going to go away? In fact, we're going to have more seniors 5 and 10 years now that are going to need our help than we have now. What are we going to do about it now? What are we going to do to make sure we have safety in our area for our people? What are we going to, I quickly just thought of something funny here, but I just got back from visiting my son in Colorado. And when we got there that night, he arranged a dinner party with his financial backers that put him up in his restaurant. And halfway through dinner, 3 gentlemen reached in their pocket and they all gave my son a $5 bill. I said, "What's that about?" And my son laughed. He said, "Dad, I made a bet and I couldn't tell you about it, but when you got here, I bet that before dessert came, you would tell these people 2 things. One, that you make the best bean soup." I brought that up with the soup dish. That it was good, but not as good as my bean soup. Second, the Lehigh Valley is the best place in the United States to live. And there I am in a beautiful resort town in the Rocky Mountains telling these people that it's better to live where I am. And they gave me the, "Oh, come on." I said, "Look, I can be in New York City in an hour and a half and watch a musical. I can be in Philadelphia at any one of those museums within an hour. I can be skiing within 20 minutes. I can be laying on the beach within 2 hours and 10 minutes. I can be anywhere if I want to. But why would I want to leave the Lehigh Valley? We have it all here. We have some of the best open space areas in the state of Pennsylvania. We have some of the best parks, best recreation areas, best rails to trail. I went to a meeting at the Lehigh Valley Planning. We can go 80 miles on bike trails. And by the time this is over, you're going to be able to get to anywhere you want to in the Lehigh Valley by bicycle. What are we going to do now to make sure that continues in the future? If we keep passing the buck, it's not going to get done. And we have to say, look, we've got to take this action and take these actions now. We want to maintain this high quality of life. People are moving here. People from New Jersey have finally realized we're a better place to live, okay? There's now a shortage of homes between the $190,000 and $300,000 in the Lehigh Valley. So that shows you the kind of people we are attracting. So what we are doing, we're doing correct. We have some of the best labor unions in the world. Last summer, I was at a picnic with Mr. Potter, and somebody approached him and said, "I need help. We're building a school for autism." Mr. Potter said, "Have no problem. In 2 weeks, we'll have all the labor you need free, donated, to get that area taken care of." These are the things our workers do for us in this area. And these are the reasons why we have the quality of life that we have. And it's because we've all worked together. So my biggest thing at the end of all of this is we can't sit on our backside. We've got to get out. We've got to get people energized. We've got to get people to understand local elections. The last time I ran in a local election, 18% of the people voted. That's terrible. That is really terrible. I mean, the fact that we are proud that we are democracy, but we're one of the least voting groups on the planet that has a democracy. We need to get recharged. We need to get out there. We need to tell our neighbors, look, a lot is at stake. It's not, oh, well, it's a local election, don't worry about it. The local election is going to affect you a lot more sometimes than the major election. So please, from tonight, If you haven't filled out one of those forms, please take one with you with the envelope attached. Mail it back to me. I'd love if you could have a coffee clutch at your house. If you could just give me say, listen, I got some neighbors that'd like to come over. I'll even provide the wine. See, if I don't hand it out, my wife drinks it. So I know I have to do something to get in trouble. But I want to go. I want to knock on doors. I want to meet people. But the county is so large, we kind of try to have to do it a different way. So we need people to introduce us to people. So I do appreciate all your help. I want to thank all of you for coming out tonight. I really do appreciate it. And we do have one more speaker that wants to add something to kind of energize everybody. But again, my personal love, great gratitude. Thank you for everybody here tonight. I appreciate it.